Hello and welcome to the Tom Henry Show. Yet another episode as we blow up. We're blowing up. It's another podcast by a guy. But hey, I'm not like all those other guys. Here we are. It's a beautiful late summer evening in Toronto. Fall is upon us. It's the time of dreams, really. I was walking on the street in Toronto here in my neighborhood recently today, and I saw a sightseeing bus. Now, I don't know if you know anything about Toronto, but what sights are they going to see? What are they going to do? Drive by the aquarium? What are the sights? And they're on Spadina Avenue. What are they? By the way, there's about 2 people on the bus. I don't know what those people thought they were going to see. New Ho King? Anyway. Here we are, and I was talking about the podcast. It's doing great. We're doing a Patreon, by the way, and we'll do a couple bonus episodes, etc. Join if you can. Would like to just pay for these drinks, at least. We'll start with the drinks, and maybe one day we'll make a few more bucks. But also, if you have, I've tried to do this once before. If you have questions, comments, a voice memo, email thetomhenryshow@gmail.com. Tried this once before, 0 emails. So maybe I shouldn't be doing this Patreon yet, but I will use those. Or if you want to just put it in my Instagram DM, whatever you want to do. So the show, so it's going good. We have a small viewership that I'm very grateful for. And as I've spoken about before, my quest to get into the manosphere was going very well. Last time I talked to you, we had a 78% YouTube viewership of men. And keep at it, boys. Now I have actually amazing news, which is that our YouTube viewership of men has gone up to 97%. We are 97% men on YouTube. Now, there's an amazing twist to this, though, actually, which is that So you'd think, there we are, we're in the manosphere, we made it. But here's the twist. Audio-wise, listening, which I know a gender is better at listening than another gender. Listening-wise, we are 34% women. 34. With a 5%, look at this, 5% unknown. So I'm going to assume those are women too. So we're at like 40% women on audio. And that's got me thinking, it's time to leave the manosphere behind. We're becoming a women's only podcast. Or women's mostly. Stay with us, men. But I'm rebranding as a women's podcast. So that's what the show is about today. This is a monologue. As you know, we do themed monologues. This is a monologue for the ladies. Hey, ladies, you know about this red light therapy? Everybody's talking about this red light therapy. Yeah. Hey, how about every once in a while we get a little bit of green light therapy, am I right? It's as if we haven't got enough red lights from the patriarchy already. Now we got to put them on our face all night? I don't know how that works. All night? They do it all night? Yeah, how about a few green lights? You know what I'm saying? That's got me thinking about this glass ceiling. You know this thing, ladies? The glass ceiling? Yeah. Not only can we not break through it, I'm speaking as a woman, not only can we not break through it, what about when you wake up hungover and the light's coming through the glass ceiling? God, that's a bad scene. How about these Korean skincare products? This is a big thing, right? Yeah, Korean skincare products. Yeah, they're everywhere. What's next? Korean pop music, cars, and great food. What can't these Koreans do? Well, that's the monologue. It's a 3-joke monologue tonight. I ran out on my limit of the female perspective. But I'll tell you what I know about women. You know, when I was a child, in grade 7, a 12-year-old child, I had many young friends who were girls. Back then, it was normal. I don't have 12-year-old girlfriends now. And here's something they would get me to do on the regular. They would get me to go on the phone, and they would take another phone in the house. Did you ever do this? You'll see. They would take another phone in the house. They'd be listening in, and they'd get me to call their other girlfriends and try to get me to say mean things about them while they listened in. Entrapment. And this was a normal thing they would do. They would listen in, see if they would say something mean about each other. So, you know, these women seem pretty diabolical to me, honestly. I don't think it's all, you're not all as gentle and flowery as you tell us. Did you ever do it? They can't hear you. My guest tonight is also a woman, which adds to the theme. But, you know, these days a lot of people want to know what's wrong with men. What's wrong with men, they're always saying. There's a whole TikTok account where they just go up to men and say, what's wrong with men? And I'll admit, there's something wrong with us. Definitely. I don't know the answer. Didn't really think that one out. But there is something wrong with us. We're freaks. You know, recently I had a woman over, brag much, and she goes in the bathroom. She sees my shower curtain, and she goes, oh, your shower curtain's disgusting. It's all moldy or something like that. And I go, will you get off my case? So that's how men are. We get a simple note about how disgusting our shower curtain is, and it sends us off the edge. And, you know, I have a lot of male friends. We're to be honest, as far as straight men go, we're quite fruity. We, you know, hug each other and tell each other we love each other and stuff like that. Still can't talk about our feelings. Feelings come up, it's a problem. And we try. We're trying. So even the best ones, I include myself as one of the very best straight men there is. We are not doing very well. We don't know how to live, you know. But never forget those 12-year-old girls I knew who were doing nasty stuff too. So, you know, maybe we're all a bit awful. Well, that's the big message for tonight. My next guest is a wonderful woman I know. And she says maybe she didn't do that phone stuff. We'll find out. We'll be back right after the break with Evany Rosen. My guest tonight is a very acclaimed comedian, writer, showrunner. What can't she do? It's Evany Rosen.
Hi, Tom.
Hey, Ev.
I'm excited to be here.
Well, you should be. It's a great honor.
It is a great honor, and I can't believe I'm on the first now female-focused episode. I was ready to talk about my cold plunges and trying to earn the men.
Oh, yeah. No, we're getting rid of them. So we have,
yeah.
Just so you know, we have had a few women on the show.
No, I know, but
they were always brought on as a piece of ass for the men.
Yeah, or some gotcha journalism.
Yeah, but you're the first one where we're coming from a female perspective.
And you're not interested in my ass.
We wouldn't dare.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, well.
Are they offended or excited?
Well, maybe in that female way, we would tell you, like, it looks so great.
Yeah, but not where I feel objectified.
But not like.
Yeah. Just where I feel like you're bigging me up in kind of a blanket way that's not real, but that I feel good about myself.
Men don't do that. So you heard my little thing about the story with the girls.
Yeah.
And when I was 12, and I was trying to get your reaction. Did you never do that?
Well, I would like to step back from the context. I will come into it. I do feel like I want to give you some notes on your first female-centric episode. I love that you're doing it.
Well,
I do feel like
we're not really taking notes.
Well, that's, I mean, but the women like when you do that.
Oh, right.
The women don't like if you silence.
Right.
The women don't want you to silence me.
No, right. As women, we all want to fit in with each other and sort of make everything fine.
Yeah. So just to be clear, in the new shape of your podcast, you are a woman as well. You're going.
It's sort of unclear. I mean, we're not dealing with like gender dynamics,
we're not
but just
doing that
like
stuff.
But just where I'm coming from, I don't know. I'm going in and out.
Okay, I like that. I'll stick and move.
The truth is, I'm hoping to have it all.
Yeah, well, and that's famously hard for women to do.
On YouTube, which apparently only men go on. We are a manosphere podcast. But on audio, we are self-care. Housewives.
Yep.
Central.
Bravo.
This is a housewife rewatch podcast now. And self-care. Anyway, go back to what you were saying.
Well, I think it's actually very...
the notes, right. Yeah.
Well, I'll get to those, but I think it's very female of you to be trying to have it all. Because that's something famously that we're always trying to do. And it's hard.
Well, if there's
it's hard for girls to have it all.
If there's anything I learned from the speech in Barbie...
Yeah.
It's that you can't...
Great cinematic speech.
Yeah, it really moved me.
Yeah?
It changed me, America Ferrera's speech.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that was the part of the movie you liked, eh?
They're supposed to be mothers, but also not mothers.
How do we do it?
Anyway, Barbie was a great movie. Let's move on. No, I love that you're trying to have it all. I love that you're transitioning to honor your audio audience. Yeah.
I do feel like 2 of your 3 women-centric jokes were just about skincare, and then just right into the one mean story you could think of about women that happened 30 years ago, and no other context for how women have treated you or each other ever since, which I just thought was interesting.
Well, it's an interesting note.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems like you're not trying to earn us fully, but...
If I can give context to the fact that there were 2 skincare jokes out of 3, I write these jokes in a panic, knowing that, like, I wrote at least one of those jokes in my bedroom after you got here.
Yeah.
So there's no thought going into that.
That's fair. I'd be the same.
But if you want to maybe critique where my subconscious is coming from, sure.
It's not a critique. I'm just
when I think of women, I just think of skincare.
Skincare at times they were mean.
And that time when I was 12.
How they're bitches, kind of.
And they were really only mean to each other, not to me.
They are mean to each other at that age, though. 12-year-old girls are diabolical. I won't disagree with that. I think
So it changes.
I was going to say I'd much rather spend time with a 12-year-old boy than a 12-year-old girl, but I didn't like how that sounded for me either. But
yeah,
at the time.
A 12-year-old boy just wants to play his N64.
Yeah. Yeah, and kind of like throw stuff from higher things. Like be at a high vantage point and throw things down from that vantage point.
That's a dream.
That's a dream.
Yeah.
Maybe spit off the high vantage point.
Yeah.
It's fun. 12-year-old boys are into gravity. They want to see how it works. They want to mess around with it.
You know, I was never much of a spitter, but I did have these friends. We were skateboarders. Yep. And around that age, and they would, like, as a hobby, pool spit under their, like, curb skate. Did you do this, Bob? Yeah.
That really activates my gag reflex.
Maybe my friends were just spit freaks.
Spit boys. But no, 12-year-old girls are mean, and they do want to know what other people think about them. But I think because they're insecure because 12-year-old girls are mean, so they're worried that the other ones are saying mean things, and it becomes a mean feedback loop. And then something hits when you're 15, and then you form lifelong friendships, and you stop being mean to each other. In my experience.
Now, what about this with men, though? Because every man I know is definitely insecure.
Yeah.
And as a child, I was painfully insecure. But I was probably not the average boy.
No,
I was an arty.
You were an arty, and you had many female friends. You were always one of the girls.
I was always, yeah.
That's why your manosphere turn is so shocking.
Well, there's a lot of...
Well, I mean, they got the money somehow.
I really want to start selling that greens powder.
Yeah. I have twin male cousins who are very manosphere. You met one of them.
I met one of them at your wedding. He looks like Ben Affleck.
Yeah, you dubbed him Dark Ben Affleck.
I did in my wonderful speech.
You did give a wonderful speech.
And
the other one is I saw recently. I hadn't seen him in a while because he can't travel at the moment. Government has a passport. Don't worry about it.
Let's not get into that.
Yeah, we won't get into that.
As part of the manosphere, I'd like to say whatever he did was correct, and as part of the women's sphere, I think he should get his act together.
I think that's a safe take on both fronts. But it was nice to see him, but he's gone full manosphere since I saw him last. And there were three things in his manosphere energy that I really noticed. One is that he has kind of a large compound now in Virginia where he lives. And he's got, I want to say 9 dogs. And that might be too many, but the impression I got, I didn't go to it, but the way he was talking, I thought this is at least 9 dogs. And he's the alpha of the pack, and he's quite specific about that.
So most manosphere guys are like the alpha of other men, but he's literally the alpha of a pack of dogs.
This is very important to him. And he was talking to me a lot about how he treats the new dogs in the pack, because his girlfriend had a dog that is like some kind of small dog, like a chihuahua or a poodle or something.
Disgusting.
I guess this was his reaction to, and he loves dogs, but he said that this dog kind of begs for treats, whatever, and he's had to teach it to be part of the pack, and sometimes he has to really hold it down by the neck and kind of tell it what's what. And the girlfriend doesn't like that, but he said he has to learn to be a part of the pack.
And I would say this perfectly exemplifies the divide in the genders, which is that the man has to do something horrible because they think that's how things work. And the woman doesn't like that. And
we're too indulgent of smaller, frailer creatures.
You said it, not me. So what were his other manosphere?
He's a coal plunge pool in his front yard.
Right. So that's classic and kind of boring, and
Yeah, they all.
We could make fun of Russell Brand all day if we wanted.
But the one that really made me laugh was that he was really talking to me about how Joe Rogan told him that every morning he has to have a pint of water with a teaspoon of sea salt in it.
Yeah.
And he's going on about this and how it's like changed his day and he feels so energized and all this stuff. But my cousin also likes to party a lot, and I was like, I think it's just that you're drinking water. Like, I don't think it's the small amount of sea salt in there. I think it's just that you're starting the day with a big glass of water, which you clearly weren't doing before.
I'm guessing you're getting salt from the food you're eating.
Yeah, this salt is not the relevant factor.
Easily.
Yeah, it's just a big old glass of water.
It's funny that they think if they put the salt in the water, well, that's a different salt than all the salt I'm eating all the time.
And then it makes it a different water than the water they should be drinking all the time.
Right, yeah, that's not just water anymore.
Yeah.
But this is also one of the things that the manosphere has done, which is it's taken things that I think were before female, like proper hydration, drinking water. Because my whole life, women were telling me to drink water.
Yeah, when they weren't making rude phone calls.
Yeah, exactly.
The two things they tell you to do.
Exactly. Well, they're sick.
Torture other girls and drink water.
Women are sick and lovely.
That's just... Yeah.
Oh, wait. The camera. Yeah, the camera's for men, the microphone's for women. But they've turned the idea of hydration into a very male idea now, to the point where you see those gym guys who have like 4-liter opaque black bottles of water that they carry around.
Looks like they're doing like an outreach program.
Yeah, and this is what men do. We take a good idea and we turn it into a very constrictive, stressful
competition, really.
Competition.
Yeah, who can drink the most?
Or, something we have to achieve rather than have a sip of water every now and then.
Yeah, just like have it around.
Yeah, if you're
take
in
some
the
to
kitchen,
bed, have some
sort
first thing in the
of
morning.
pour yourself a bit of water and drink it.
Maybe have an herbal tea in the afternoon. It's not. It is hard to stay hydrated, I will say, but it's not as hard as men make it. But I think men need it to be a contest to do it. It needs to get. It needs to be it needs to be hardcore for them to want to do it.
Well, we need to see like the clear purpose. We need to like know that if we hit 4 liters, then we're like excelling.
Yeah, you've optimized.
This is like a seminal episode because, as we've stated, this is the transformation from manosphere to womosphere, which I'm coining.
Womosphere. Is that the best we can do with that? Womosphere?
Interneta.
Interneta. I like that.
That's more like kind of Spanish.
Women's sphere?
So there's actress.
Femisphere.
Interness.
Interness.
Ooh.
Ooh, I like Interness.
That's nice.
If I had a daughter and I named her Interness, would you be pumped or really bummed out for me?
If I'm speaking honestly, I would be like, that's not a good name. And by the way, it's my thing.
That would upset you more, actually.
Yeah, like Interness is my thing, and it's going really well.
Yeah, because by this point, by the time I've actually conceived, I'm not pregnant, by the way, drinking a Fernet and Coke on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
But so by this point, we're probably 2 years out now that minimum that I've managed to conceive, raise a child, have the child, have it come out, name it. And in the next, and at that point,
and in the next 2 years, the Interness is has taken fire.
Yeah, you're the king of the Interness.
On fire. I'm the king of
#Yaz
this
Queen.
Female movement.
Yeah. You're the king of the Interness, Yaz Queen.
Yeah, I would be like, actually, I would sick my lawyers on you if you named your child that.
Okay, well, that's a kind of perspective into my future and our friendship that lets me know what's up.
Well, I'm in $1 billion. I just got $100 million from Spotify for Interness.
2 years to the day, folks. Don't
and there's
mark in your calendars.
There's no way I'm just gonna let your little child be called that.
Well, Interness, Inty. Inty, say hi to your Uncle Tom.
It's literally copyright.
And then your Uncle Tom, that's a problem too.
Well,
you already are Uncle Tom. You have
I
a
already
nephew.
am, and by the way, they use it constantly. Like my sister's constantly going, say something to your Uncle Tom, Uncle Tom, Uncle Tom.
Imagine you owned a cabin. Be great for the real estate, but bad for the name.
And I'm always saying, hey, call me Uncle Hollywood.
Yeah.
Call me Uncle Showbiz.
And that's why he's getting $2 billion 2 years from now.
From the Interness.
From the Interness.
It's the new Goop.
And we need a new Goop. We're all tired of Goop.
So I like to do segments on this show.
Okay.
And this is a segment I came up with because, and by the way, I've never gotten the notebook out, but I have notes in here I need. But so you love science fiction. Would you say that's correct?
I do. That is correct.
You had your own science fiction young adult television show, Davy and Jonesy, didn't you?
I did. Davy and Jonesy's Locker.
I feel like a prosecution lawyer.
I did.
Did you not?
But they asked me to. They asked me to. I did.
It's a great show starring new SNL cast member Veronica
Slowakowska.
Thank you.
She wasn't on SNL at the time. There was no issue with her contract.
You can't handle the truth. So you love Star Trek The Next Generation, do you not?
I do.
Perhaps more than anything?
Tied with Voyager, yeah.
Tied with Voyager.
I will. Hey,
we love a female captain.
I was just gonna say, Tom, be careful of the audio.
I mean,
we love Janeway.
I mean, Picard was way better. We love a female captain.
Her name's Janeway. You got to tell the women what her name is, or they won't believe you.
Captain Janeway Picard. That's not even a funny joke, but TNG. Okay.
It's turning.
So what I have for you here, segment-wise, is these are minor characters from Star Trek The Next Generation.
Okay.
Do you think you'll know them?
Okay, yeah, okay. How many, are any of them one episode characters, or are these multi-episode characters?
I think they're all
who are not?
one.
Okay, well, that's deep, because there's 7 seasons that are each like 40 episodes, but I may.
Okay, so you're kind of trying to like weasel your way out of this, but I would say,
no, I'll play.
If I know anybody who's a mega fan, it's you.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna go out and say you should know these.
Okay, then I may. If you didn't go too deep cut, I feel like
I have no idea. I don't really watch the damn thing.
How did you compile this list?
I'm not a nerd. I did research.
But like what? Like did you just randomly go to like IMDb full cast of an episode and go down like to the 20th person, or how did you do this?
I can't reveal those secrets.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll find out.
Okay. So this segment's called "Does Evany, the proclaimed expert on Star Trek The Next Generation, know about these minor characters?"
Okay. I feel like you wanted for this setup for me to really confidently be like, I'll know every single one, bitch. And then and I'm going, wow, there's a lot of day players. But I'm here for it. And I bet I'll know more than I think.
Exactly.
Support women.
Here's the first one. Nagaloom.
Okay, sorry. Here's the problem with this game. If you were to like describe them or because it's a lot of well-known actors.
You gotta know their name. Sorry.
But
hey,
often
if you ask me the name of a character on Seinfeld, I'd probably know it.
But the thing with Seinfeld is they really make a meal of the names. Like they really tell you the names of the tertiary characters a lot. They'll repeat the names. The joke Newman itself is a joke. You just say the word Newman and everyone knows it. On Star Trek, every fucking character is named Nagaloom, and there's a way that you need to be like, was that the one that Andy Dick played in that episode, or like what type of alien was he? Like if you go, okay, it's a Ferengi, it's from this season, I could be like, oh yeah, the guy from this.
Was Andy Dick actually in it?
He was in Voyager.
Oh. So are you going to keep trying to weasel out, or are you going to tell me who Nagaloom is?
I don't know who Nagaloom is. Do you have any other details about Nagaloom?
Well,
do you know the season or the alien?
No, I'm going to tell you who Nagaloom is now that you've failed.
Okay.
Emphasis on failed.
I don't feel that I've failed, but... And again, he's saying this podcast supports women. So, but anyway, go ahead. Tell me about Nagaloom. I can't wait to be mansplained about Nagaloom.
Oh God, you're really hurting you're hurting the internet. Nagaloom.
You're hurting the internet.
Nagaloom is a floating face in space who experiments on the crew to understand death.
It's vaguely familiar, but I don't really remember that episode. Are we still recording?
Yep.
So this is committed to the internet and the manosphere. Okay, who's next?
This Nagaloom seems like a pretty interesting guy.
I know.
Or gal.
There's also a Doctor Who episode with a big old face. Remember that one?
I'm guessing there's multiple science fiction shows with a giant face in space.
I guess that was the thing in Third Rock from the Sun, too, right? The big giant head.
I'd also like to say, I think science fiction is stupid.
Is there any science fiction you like?
I actually like TNG.
Well, I am really getting raked over the coals here. Did you know Nagaloom, Tom?
Yeah, I actually came up with these out of memory.
No, you immediately said you did research. You just said that. Don't edit that part out.
Research in my memory.
Don't. Yeah, how dare you?
I went through the chambers of my memory.
Nagaloom.
Sounds like something Nagaloom would say.
Nagaloom.
Temerian Captain Dethon.
Is that from the Darmok and Tanagra episode?
I don't
where
know.
Picard has to learn a species that only speak in metaphors, and he has to figure it out, and they're trapped on a planet together? Yeah.
Believe all women.
Darmok and Tanagra. Something something.
Wait.
And the something something.
Evany, you just said Darmok?
Yeah, that's the name of the episode.
That's in brackets of Captain Dethon.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that's the episode.
The episode's called Darmok. That's the name of his planet. It's one of the actual greatest episodes of television ever, I would say.
Now, see, you did all the kind of, you did all the expectation minimizing, and all along you just should have had confidence in yourself. And that's the lesson to you, ladies. Have confidence in yourself, and you'll break right through that glass ceiling.
Ow. My scalp is bleeding. Okay, what's next?
Yes. Temerian Captain Dethon does communicate only through metaphors.
It's a crazy episode.
And in the end, do you remember what happens?
Picard finally figures out what he's saying. He gets gravely injured, I believe, or the other guy does. But then he manages to save him or save the species because he finally figures out how he's trying to speak by remembering the battle that he's referencing.
Well, this says that
metaphor.
he sacrifices his life to teach understanding.
That's what it is.
And that's quite nice.
It's very beautiful.
He's a beautiful guy, Temerian Captain Dethon.
He is.
In my memory. Here's another one. The Traveler.
Oh, that's really familiar. Fuck. Is that the one? Okay, this could be one of 3 episodes.
Okay.
It could be the one where Data kind of adopts a weird kid.
Don't think it's
It
that.
could be the one where Riker falls in love with kind of a non-binary person.
No, I don't think it's that. I saw that one, actually.
It could, and then, fuck. Can I have a hint? I know it.
Well, the Traveler is a mysterious alien.
They're all mysterious aliens. That's not a hint.
The Traveler can warp reality with thought.
Is it the first Q episode?
I don't think so. So the Traveler apparently is grooming Wesley Crusher for cosmic adventures.
Q is not involved.
I don't think so. But the Traveler sounds like a bit of a creep.
Yeah, it's hard to remember a Wesley episode too.
The Traveler sounds like a bit of a R. Kelly type.
Bit of a Woody Allen, actually.
Woody Allen didn't do anything wrong.
Sorry, Manosphere.
I saw the latest Club Random.
Right, he was on Club Random. I haven't watched it. Is it crazy to watch? Or is he just being sort of, it's fine? Like, what's the vibe?
He doesn't even have the energy to talk like that anymore. He's 90.
He's de-Jewed.
The older you get, you lose any
You lose your
Jewishness.
Jew, yeah.
No, it's some of the most boring 90 minutes you've ever seen in your life.
That tracks.
It's a 90-year-old man talking to a weird, egomaniacal 69-year-old man.
Yeah, that would be really boring. It's a 90-year-old man who doesn't want to talk about what's wrong. Or, like, doesn't want to talk about controversy with a man who can't stop talking, who has a wife 20 years younger that never speaks and is only famous in France now. I get why that would be dull as hell.
Yeah, it's horrible. Okay, last one on the Star Trek thing, and I hope we didn't lose all of our viewers.
Because of the Woody Allen stuff?
No, because do people care about Star Trek TNG?
Well, they should.
Although I think that our age is like similar to our age that watch.
Yeah.
So they might actually care about this. Kivas Fajo. Go.
Kivas Fajo.
Go.
Again, I gotta tell you how much the names are just Nabubu and Kivas, and you go, may I have a hint? The race.
Kivas Fajo is some kind of psychopath.
Is this the one where he comes to negotiate? Is this a Troy episode? Troy's always getting involved with some psychopaths.
It's to do with Data.
Okay, it's not Data's. Is it the guy that wants to come and mine Data for his part and take over? Doesn't believe Data's a real person, kind of.
No.
And it questions Data's identity.
We have to move on.
Oh wait, is it the one? Is it the one where he? I'm sorry, I know we have to move on, but is it the one where he's kind of a collector of things?
Yes. Kivas Fajo.
I knew I would get there.
A psychopathic collector who kidnaps Data to add him to his private museum.
Yep.
And according to this note, one of the few times Data nearly kills someone in cold blood.
I got sort of 2 out of the 4.
You really did.
Thank you.
I think you did it.
You picked some deep cuts.
Well, that was kind of the point, wasn't it?
It was kind of the episode, too.
We're going to take a break. See you right after this. Hello and welcome back to the internet. We're here with noted woman, Evany Rosen.
Seems like you forgot my name for a minute there.
Yeah, I did.
That's hard to hear.
I've never forgotten one of my male friends' names.
Wow. Well, we have known each other for 20 years?
Probably met that long ago.
Yep.
But interesting you brought up your name.
Okay.
Because I think you've claimed to me before that your name is somewhat made up.
I feel that it is.
Okay.
There are you found another Evany Rosen on Instagram who is very different from me in type.
Was she a Rosen or was she just an Evany?
No, I think it was my full same name.
Oh, wow.
But she was a kind of a hot Asian influencer.
Yeah, she was.
It was really different from me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say in all 3 of those words. But, I'm hot in my own way. But there was a way that it was very different. But there are other Evanys, but it's rare. And I pressed my mom for years. I was like, why am I named this? Whatever. And she's like, your name for your grandmother. I was like, her name was Eleanor. This is a far stretch. And then she finally admitted to me that while she was pregnant in a public pool, she was just chatting with another woman who said her name was Evany, a made-up name. And then that's how I got my name.
Yeah.
So and I think there's 8 of us. I'm not the only one I've ever met.
There's you, the hot Asian influencer, and 6 others.
Yeah, it's not Nabugu or whatever from Star Trek, but it's close.
Yeah. I think you're being insensitive to the culture of Nabugu or whoever it was.
Who did we find out Nabugu was?
He was giant floating face in
Yeah,
space.
yeah. And his culture must be protected, and that was insensitive of me. And,
Here's what-
and no giant face erasure on this podcast.
Yeah, not to go too far back into this, but the reason I don't like science fiction,
Okay.
it's all made up.
That's true. So,
I actually don't like fiction in general.
yeah, I was going to say, that's kind of a general swath of fiction.
You know, when I read fiction or watch fiction, I just think the whole time, oh yeah, and what did you make up next?
But you love Harry Potter.
Don't tell them that.
Sorry, to the Manosphere, but we've talked about it privately.
Wait,
You
tell
do
the
like it.
Manosphere, yes, Harry Potter's great, and the opinions of the author are. But
Women actually also like it, but we don't apologize for the opinions of the author, but we've decided we can separate it.
Oh, okay. Well, for all the women, Harry Potter is awesome, but the author is fucking demented. Talk about a dementor.
Talk about a dementor. Don't suck my soul out, please.
But yeah, I mean, I do kind of feel this way about fiction. Like, all right, and what next? What did you think of next?
But why do you like Harry Potter, which is the most fictional?
Just the magic.
So you like it when it's magic, but when we're pretending it's science, you don't care for that.
Yeah, science is boring. And that's the problem with a lot of science fiction stuff is that they'll go into detail telling you about some science that doesn't exist.
So The Martian's kind of your nightmare, like hard sci-fi.
Yeah, I would never watch that. I don't like Matt Damon that much either.
And you know I love Matt Damon.
Now, interestingly, last episode for our, long time
Manosphere.
listeners, your husband James Hartnett sort of started to broach the fact that he thinks I'm a bit of a snob about shows and movies and whatnot. And I gave him so much. I
think you can be.
Yes, I do think I may be. Although, to me, as I explained it, which he thought was something he actually thought this was, anyway. I said, well, I just have maybe more narrow taste than some. Now, he thought that this was a boast that I have better taste than some, but I don't really believe that.
Your tastes are just narrow.
I actually just think I get bored really easily.
Well, this is a famous thing we both have.
Mm-hmm. It's called
an ADD
attention
thing.
deficit disorder.
Yeah, which we both have.
Yeah.
The boredom is real.
And the boredom is painful. Now, everyone gets bored, right? But some people just have different boredom triggers. Like for me, I can't understand why superhero movies are interesting to people because I find them just deathly boring. It's not because I'm a snob, which I may or may not be, but it's just because I just can't bear to watch it. It just makes me squirm in my seat to watch these fast cuts and CGI and all this stuff. It just really doesn't work for me.
That's fair. That's how I feel about Westerns.
I have that with Westerns too.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What?
Most of the time,
they're just dusting around out there.
yeah, the whole screen is beige all the time.
It's so beige. It's so many browns.
Beige everywhere.
Beige everywhere, and it's guys kind of going, and they're clanking for a long time as they walk into a scene to kind of go like, I don't know about that.
Yeah. And now this, and I like guys saying I don't know about that. That's cool.
Yeah, we like it when gangsters do it, but we don't like it when But gangster movies, they get the red ties, you get some pops of color, they're Italian, everyone's a bit pumped up.
And in the Western, you go, oh, what? Now you're going to shoot him? Oh, yeah. Sure. So you shoot him. It happens all the time.
It's how I get quiet when people talk about how important Clint Eastwood is. I'm like, I get it, and he directed some movies, and I get those, all three, the big trilogy's good.
Yeah.
The Good, the Bad. My dad always talks about the scene in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, because my dad was a film professor. That does sound cool, but I feel like I slept through this scene every time I've watched that movie, where a guy comes in, and another kind of shitty guy, I guess the guy who's the ugly is in the tub, and the guy is really, you yellow-bellied vermin, and he's going on, then the guy in the tub kind of just pulls a gun out of the tub and shoots him, which I don't think is possible for guns from the before 1900. I don't think they take to water well. The gunpowder wouldn't work. But then he just pulls a gun out of the tub and shoots the guy, and he goes, shoot first, talk later.
Right.
And my dad always talked about that as being so funny and cool, and I fell asleep every time before I got to that scene.
Well, I have two things to say about this. One thing is, if you imagine you killed somebody and said something really cool after, nobody would hear.
Yeah, especially if you're alone in the tub.
And you're naked in the tub, nobody hears.
No.
So that's not cool at all. Secondly, imagine you got like casting email, like an audition for
the
Good,
ugly?
Bad, and the Ugly, and you're up for Ugly, the Ugly,
I guess if you know that's your hit, you kind of go for it.
I don't want to ever know that I'm up for the Ugly.
No, me neither.
That my hit is the Ugly. Oh, your hit's
The
the
Ugly.
ugly. We've decided your hit is the Ugly.
And based on the premise of the movie, you will be shirtless in this tub.
And look, if your hit's the Ugly, you'd think you might be able to play the bad too.
Yeah, no.
I'm not getting the
No.
bad email. I'm getting
Not
the
according to that spaghetti western.
So, point being, science fiction sucks.
No. But westerns are boring.
Westerns
I mean,
are boring,
boring.
and to me, science fiction's boring in the same way, and superhero stuff, and that's about it. But we were talking about the beige western. When I was a kid, I couldn't watch Cheers because it was just all brown.
Interesting.
Now, in age, I came to realize it's one of the best shows of all time.
Cheers is awesome.
So that was growth, and maybe one day I can appreciate the beigeness of a western.
Golden Girls is also quite beige and quite awesome, color palette wise.
I never really watched it.
I actually think even putting the
Too many chicks, am I right?
But what do you say to the internet?
I love Golden Girls.
I would say the massive gender divide we've created on this show aside, I actually think, Tom, you would love it. It's like perfect, just nonstop jokes. Like the jokes are pristine and they're so good and the characters are really well defined. And it's one of the best sitcoms of that era ever.
I might check it out.
It's up there with, for me, it's up there with Cheers.
In terms of shows that are just full of broads,
Yeah.
I am a giant Sex and the City fan.
I would say that show's much more up and down in terms of watchability.
I would say it's all up. It's like the best show. It's one of the best shows ever made.
And how do you feel about the reboot?
Well, I am very insistent that it is not canon.
It's not canon.
Because it makes me sad. Actually, people watch it and like laugh at it like it's campy or something. I just find it sad. I feel like they took a great thing and ground it into dust. I don't want to watch that.
Yeah, it's
Something you love?
I couldn't watch it.
Something you love?
Because I loved it, and I would watch it on what was the network they would air it on?
HBO.
No, but it wasn't like when we would watch it on cable.
Like Showcase or something.
Showcase. I would
Bravo.
watch it on
Bravo.
Showca-
It was on Bravo.
It was on Bravo.
Yeah.
I would watch it on Bravo. It was on at like a weird time. It would start at like literally it would say like 11:59 the time it would start because they'd show some Bravo shorts and then it would start.
Mm-hmm.
And always to me when I hear the HBO ksh, what I'm ready for is da, 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 da. And then I'm always sad even if I've committed to watching another show that it's not that.
Oh, yeah. Like if True Blood comes on.
Yeah. Or even like a show I'm meaning to watch. Even like I can't wait to watch The Sopranos, but when it like there's a way that my audio sense wants that piano plinkiness right after the of the HBO thing.
I would associate that with Sopranos song too, but those are probably the two ones.
Yeah, like if I played you the HBO ksh in a vacuum, what starts playing in your brain immediately?
That'd be a good TikTok question.
That'd be a good TikTok question.
Woke up this morning.
It's so good too.
Now HBO, when we were kids, HBO was the
BO.
the label of greatness.
Yeah.
And now it's just trash.
I don't know what they're up to over there. Well,
The hell are
they
they
did
doing?
Max for
They
a
did
while.
Max.
That was supposed to be for women.
Was it?
Yeah.
Like,
It was supposed to be geared to women.
why would they call it Max? It sounds quite male.
Maxi Pad.
You said it.
HBO Maxi Pad.
You said it, not me.
I still work in the business.
So which of
Please
the
hire me.
which of the Sex and the City girls would you say you are?
I want to be Carrie, but I'm Miranda a bit, and we both know it. I'm not Charlotte. I'm not Samantha.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of a rule out game.
You're kind of none of them.
If you had to say, who would it be?
I might say I don't know. I might say Charlotte, to be honest.
The uptight wasp?
Yeah, I mean,
doesn't track.
Well, this is kind of the game, though. You have to fit it into as much as you can. You're not really Miranda, and you're not really Carrie, and you're not Samantha.
Okay, here's why I'd say Miranda.
Now, which one am I? Tell me that.
Well, it's harder with you. You're
But see,
big.
it's just
You're big.
well, big. I'll take it. But I meant
here's my
I meant you have to say I'm one of the girls.
I guess you. Okay. Okay, let's break this down.
I think it's obvious.
Okay, who do you think it obviously is?
And look, I don't want to be this one.
You're going to say Carrie.
No, I'm Miranda.
I think we're both Miranda.
But I'm like so bitter and scathing and negative. So I'm obviously Miranda.
Okay, that's your side of I get that's why yours. Here's why I picked
That's
Miranda.
who Miranda. That's all Miranda is.
No, but Miranda's also kind of a hyper-focused overachiever bookworm.
True enough. True enough. You can have that side of it.
Yeah. And then I would say the other side is the kind of smoker, writer, Carrie side. But I have more success with men, and I'm not that much of a disaster. My fashion's not as good.
Which one would you want to be?
Oh, no. In a way, if I could I remember always thinking Samantha was fun, and then I remember being stoned as a teen and watching it, and kind of like in my stonedness realizing that her character was only sex jokes, like she had nothing else going on, and being quite disturbed by that. But kind of in life and in her confidence as an older woman, I'd love to be Samantha.
That's cool. So you're a slut.
I'm trying to be. It's not working.
We've, by the way, just lost our entire YouTube male audience.
I don't think the internet is that psyched about this segment either.
We lost both?
We lost both. It's just you and me now, brother.
Oh, God.
Two Mirandas wallowing in their own crapulence.
We've got nobody. We've only got that 5% that was unspecified.
And they're all Mirandas.
Okay, listen. We do a segment here called Random Wikipedia. You click a random Wikipedia article.
Okay.
There's a button for that, and we have to talk about it for a minute. It's really hard, and here we go. Sun Valley, Nevada.
Okay.
Sun Valley, Nevada. Okay, Wikipedia's
Okay, wait. What's the brief? What do I have to do when we...
We just have to talk about it. I'm just
Okay.
going to tell you a little bit about it. We're going to talk about it.
Okay. Feels like where they're hiding alien information.
Wikipedia's fundraising.
What's important?
Who donates to that?
I do.
Really?
I donate annually to Wikipedia. And that's Miranda.
So you believe in it and you think
Yes.
it should have your money?
100%. I think there's no ads. They really do regulate it well for information. It's a free source of information. It's a giant encyclopedia on the internet. It's in a time where information is so misused on the internet, and there's no ads and there's no bias. I think it's one of the most important things on the internet. That and Reddit, I couldn't support more. I don't give money to Reddit, but I just think those are two things that are like, these are clean.
Well, there's a lot of weird
There's a lot of freaks on Reddit, but I
stuff
still
going
think
on Reddit.
I'm not as up on what's going on, but I still feel like Reddit is like a place that should exist. And
All right.
Wikipedia, 100%. Everyone should support Wikipedia. Do it. Do it.
I don't endorse that. I don't know what these people are all about. Sun Valley is a census-designated place.
A senseless
A
designated
census-designated place, it says.
That means it's so small.
A CDP.
A CDP.
No, it literally says CDP. It's a thing.
CDP.
In
Y'all
Washoe,
don't know about CDPs?
in Washoe County, Nevada, the population was 21,000. It is at the 2020 census. It is north of Reno and is part of the Reno-Sparks metropolitan area.
Do you feel like we're going to find out a cult was there for a while?
Well,
Doesn't Sun Valley, Nevada sound like a place that...
you're not going to find out anything more because that's all we get to know.
Okay. To me, it's giving Waco energy.
Maybe
it was the Washoe thing, but
giving.
It's giving Waco.
Our female viewers love that speak.
Sorry, no, we're not supposed to say that anymore because it's not cool, but
Giving.
Wikipedia is my favorite website, and I'm a Miranda, so I don't know how to be cool.
Yeah, Sun Valley, Nevada. So you're saying like there could be a cult?
It feels like a place you'd go set up shop.
It's near Reno.
Yeah, so you'd have that's a good place to kind of grab people who have just lost all their money and are kind of fucked and be like, come with us, we're in a robe. Just get in the van.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Drink some of this tea. We're vegan.
Have you been to Nevada?
I have.
Vegas?
Yes, but weirdly, the weirdest one night of my life on a road trip to get to LA, and for strange reasons, I didn't get to go to the Strip. I went to like a weird casino off the Strip, but I never got to see it properly. But it was what the thing I remember most about driving into Las Vegas is that on this the giant like 12-lane highways they have, there's like bumps in between the lanes so that if you're drunk driving and you start to drift, it'll tell you between every lane on the highway.
Well, you should just put that everywhere so we can all drunk drive.
I know. They're nailing it over there.
That's genius.
I know. It's so cool there.
Don't keep telling people not to do things if they're going to do it anyway.
Yeah, just help them do it better.
Now, if you get drunk enough, those bumps probably don't wake you up at all.
No, I think you just kill someone. I think that happens a lot there.
So maybe we should keep.
I think we shouldn't be. I think we shouldn't be more like Nevada. Have you ever been there?
I haven't, but I wish to.
I think we'd love it and hate it.
Yeah, I know it's like sort of a sick thing, but it seems I like a spectacle.
I'd actually like to go. Of all my friends, I'd like to go with you. I think you and I would enjoy it and start to hate it at this exact same ratio. We'd go, we'd get all the oxygen pumped in, the drinks would be free, we'd see Chris Angel, we'd laugh at that, then it would start to turn, and by the third day, we'd be like, I want to die, do you want to go home with me?
Yeah, I mean, I only need one day with a bad hangover, and I want to go home.
But the thing is, they pump in all that oxygen, so it kills your hangover. Yeah. The oxygen is crazy. I've never felt more awake than the one time I was in a Vegas casino.
That kills a hangover?
Yeah.
Well, I got to get myself an oxygen machine.
Get yourself a tank, brother.
But we're breathing oxygen all the time.
Yeah, but it's more than you need.
Well, I'm going to need a
lot. It's like getting extra high. It's like having an IV. It's like it has the same effect.
I need that too. You famously thought that David Letterman is Jewish.
Yeah, and I will keep beating that drum.
You are a Jewish person.
Yeah.
And I have found like your, as you would put it, Judar, would you say, is terrible.
It's really off. It's really bad.
And you've gotten other ones very wrong. Do you
remember when Paul Rudd did that show with, I think, Will Ferrell, where he was playing kind of a Jewy therapist?
And Paul Rudd is actually Jewish.
He is actually Jewish, but I got very offended by the accent. I said a non-Jewish person shouldn't be doing this role. And then everyone was like, he's Jewish for sure. Both parents.
To be fair, it seems like he's kind of hidden it.
He's hidden it a bit.
Rudd.
But even so, I should have checked before I went on the rant. I said the same thing about Idina Menzel in Uncut Gems. I went on a real rant about how that should have been played by a Jewish woman. She's Jewish. She's quite Jewish. Sephardic. It's harder for me to... I'm Ashkenazi. It's harder for me to spot those ones. And that's just for the Jewish listeners.
That's
which
the Jewish
is, of the 5% of the Mirandas we have left, that's one person, but she'll get it.
Is Miranda Jewish?
No, but that's who we whittled down the audience to after we alienated the internets and the manosphere.
Is little Steve Jewish? Miranda.
He's Jewish. He's got to be.
If he's
right.
If that guy's not Jewish.
You're right. But yeah, I have really bad Judar, but confident Judar.
And what, in the new Sex and the City, Steve is deaf or something? That's the big story they give him?
Freshly?
Yeah,
he's a fresh deaf?
He's freshly deaf in the new...
Funky fresh deaf?
I guess it was just to get him out of the way so she could become a lesbian.
Right. Because
we got to deal with Steve. People? Make him deaf.
That's the reason to leave him? Make him dead.
Yeah.
Don't make him deaf.
Well, they already did that with Big.
Right. Can't kill them all. And you can't kill them all.
But in canon, Big is alive, and in canon, Big isn't played by a sexual predator.
Right, Chris Noth got in trouble for something, eh?
Sexual, I mean, possibly worse than sexual predator, like R word. Not the R word.
No, I figured out which one you meant.
Yeah.
From context.
Yeah.
And that's the Miranda in me. A lawyer's always connecting the dots.
Yes. But in canon world, there is no actor playing the character.
Because he just is.
Because he just is Big.
Yep.
And I love Big. And I loved his character in Law and Order too. He's so cool.
Oh, he's cool in Law and Order.
They always break your heart, don't they? Men.
Men.
I mean, men.
Tom's never got over the making Steve deaf. Go on. Who else am I wrong about? Jew-wise.
I don't remember.
I know all the TNGs, but I don't know the Jews.
I don't remember. Letterman was the big one. that you were like, at one point, you're like, of course, David Letterman, Jewish.
He
And you're
felt
like,
so Jewish to me, and his name ends in a classic Jew ending.
but that's Lederman.
Yeah, but we all changed it at Ellis Island, right? We all de-Jewed the names a bit. I just assumed he walked back Lederman to make it Letterman.
David Letterman, to me, one of my heroes, is like the quintessential kind of Midwestern WASP guy.
I thought he was a Midwestern Jew because I knew a lot of those going to summer camp. There were a lot of Midwestern Jews because I went to Jewish summer camp, and a lot of them were from Michigan and Chicago, and they had that accent. So this felt very familiar to me.
Maybe they were just WASPs who wanted to go to a nice camp.
Well, really shattering my childhood all over the place.
Okay, well, just a quick another thing, and then we're going to get to the famous questionnaire.
Okay.
You write scripts. You've been a showrunner, as we mentioned.
Yes.
What do you think of these guys who always talk about acts?
Like the acts of a script. Like, in the first act, you got to
They're watching a movie or something, and they go, oh, I had an issue in Act 2. Shut up.
Yeah, it can be annoying.
Can
Mostly
be.
when men do it.
Definitely when men do it.
Yeah.
I don't think women do it.
No, I feel like I've used that parlance in a writer's room to talk about actually what we need to do in the acts that we're doing. But
Well, in your writer's room, you're allowed to talk about what act you're in.
yeah, but
I got all these guys. Oh, I liked Children of Men until the beginning of Act 3. The point of no return didn't please me. Shut the hell up.
here's a thing that
Just
men
watch the damn movie and shut up, would you?
here's a pastime that men love. Reading books on screenwriting.
Ugh.
They cannot stop saving the cat. They love to do it. They love to do it. And they love to kind of learn the terms loosely and then use them liberally.
And in my opinion, now look, you've written scripts and whatnot.
And whatnot.
I don't think the acts are as important as everybody thinks.
Here's what I would say about that. I think that they are important if you don't know what you're doing. And once you know what you're doing, they become less important.
Sure, I think, if you're decent at writing, maybe there's a certain intuition.
But I agree, it's an intuition.
And then you get these guys like, oh, they're really good at structure. And then you go, oh, we got to hire this guy. I mean, it's a little in the weeds, but we got to hire this guy. He's amazing at structure. And then you go, oh yeah, what shows has he written on? Oh, 5 of the worst shows you've ever seen. But he's amazing at structure. She doesn't agree?
No, I don't disagree because I've worked with those guys and they can be very annoying. I would say this as someone, I get hired because I'm good at structure. But I would say it is an innate understanding, and sometimes you meet those guys and they did just read those books and they just keep talking about what should happen on page 20.
Well,
and you go, yeah, I know, but
you're a talented writer and you have things to say. I don't think it's because you're good at structure, but I'll take the note.
It's not really a no. I don't disagree with you, but I just think I feel like you're too passionate about 3 specific guys you met.
No, it happens all the time. All the time. Oh, we need this guy. He's a structured genius. Well, what shows has he written on? A total piece of garbage. Another total piece of garbage.
Fair. I hold the space for you.
Thank you. Okay, now it's time for the famous Henry questionnaire.
Okay.
What do you normally eat for breakfast?
Ooh, my favorite breakfast is 2 soft-boiled eggs and then a piece of toast. But I don't do toast soldiers. I just rip up the piece of toast and smash the soft-boiled eggs into it and eat it out of a bowl.
Yeah.
It's a disturbing breakfast, but it gets me going.
That sounds really nice.
It's my favorite breakfast.
I love it.
What's yours?
I will usually eat some kind of eggs.
You like to make a nice omelet.
Sometimes an omelet. Sometimes I eat eggs on rice.
Right? You do like a rice breakfast. I know this about
And
you.
if I have a bit of bread around, I'll eat eggs on toast.
Oh, my God.
But less that because it kind of hurts me.
That's a twist in Act 3. Go on.
Do you currently hate someone?
Ooh. You know what? Usually. But no one's jumping to mind right now, which makes me think I'm in a zen place.
Great.
Because, probably. Someone I hated for a long time just got fired from their job, and I don't think they're going to get another one, so now I kind of feel bad for them, but they were my hate person for a while.
Amazing at structure. I believe there are two types of people in essence, sad or happy. That's not to say not everybody's sad and happy sometimes. Which do you think you are?
Happy.
Interesting.
What do you think I am?
Nobody really ever asks me that.
Well, you've known me for a long time. I'd like you to weigh in.
Yeah, I think happy. Yeah, I think so. Mm-hmm.
You also thought I was a Carrie or what's her name, a Charlotte, but
You got to fit the person into the one that makes the most sense, which is sometimes
I
hard.
need to actually go back to that because I actually feel crazy that you said that. Why Charlotte? Because I wasn't trying to be like I'm a Carrie. I was like I'm a Miranda, but Charlotte seems wild.
I think you.
Is it because I have brown hair?
No, I think you.
Think hard about that.
I think you put a lot of emphasis on making your life like a nice little thing.
I don't think that's true.
That's a compliment.
Okay.
Yeah, like I think you know how to live well. I think you know your little, you know what little things you need to do to make your life a nice life. And I think that's the closest I could get you was to a Charlotte.
What little things do I do to make my life a nice life?
Why are you acting like it's an insult? It's a compliment. You live well.
Okay. I'll let it ride. What's next?
To live well is the greatest thing you could do.
I'll take it.
What's your biggest fear?
Ooh, cockroaches.
Really?
Yeah.
You should leave my apartment now. Have you ever had an epiphany?
Yes, several.
Really?
Yeah, I have them regularly.
An aha moment?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Can you tell us one? Or that might be hard to dig up.
Some are big and some are small.
Because I feel like I've never had one.
Okay, I can get deep on one that was a bit intense recently that I had.
Okay.
So my mom died about 3 years ago, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
And she and I had a complicated relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to a lot of therapy about it. And then there was a moment in therapy, and I laughed, and my therapist laughed when I said this, but I said it very earnestly and with no kind of harshness or like quality to it. I just went, I'm glad she's dead. And we both laughed really hard.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of an epiphany because it wasn't like in a mean-spirited way. Because she had Alzheimer's, and for both of us, I was like, that's an epiphany.
Sure.
But sometimes they're just like small ones to be like, I like my eggs boiled for 5.5 minutes, not 6. I have them all the time.
I wouldn't call it an epiphany.
They are for me.
Those are slow learning, things.
But sometimes they're aha moments. Life's full of aha moments.
With the egg thing, though, you'd have to do many different minutes before you discover which minute you like.
That's true. I guess I feel like I've had them, though, that are that basic, where it's just a small little thing of being like, oh, I've been doing this wrong for years. This is the thing. Oh, wow.
Yeah, true enough.
I feel like I've had a small one recently, but I can't think of what it is. So I went with the big dead mom category.
That's a good one, though. And, sometimes...
What was your last epiphany?
Like I'm saying, I don't think I've ever had one.
You don't think you've ever had an epiphany?
No.
You've never stopped for a moment and gone, oh.
No. James said the same thing.
He said he's never had one?
Yeah. That we just learn things slowly. And in my case, it takes like about 40 times before it finally gets through my thick skull.
I have a lot of things like that, too.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of racing through the world all the time. So there's often things where I'm like, oh, my goodness. And then I keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you trying to hide?
Oh, what am I trying to hide? Just a secret identity, a lot of crimes, some time with the Yakuza. I'm sure something. What am I trying to hide?
Your joke answers reveal probably a lot.
No.
What about you
Don't
makes...
Google me.
What's something uncool you do?
Oh, so much, as we know.
Just name one.
Kind of making up little songs when I'm hungover.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, you've heard that.
Yeah.
You hate that.
I don't hate it. I just, I couldn't live with it.
But you have lived with it when we've been on trips together.
Yeah, but I can live with it for a moment.
You can't. You immediately tell me to stop.
No. Finally, what's your favorite thing to do?
Ooh. Honestly, not in a corny way, a version of this. Hanging out with my friends, having a few drinks, chatting it up.
We're doing it
figuring
right
out
now.
which
We're
Sex
doing it right
and the City
now.
I am. We're doing it right now.
Yeah, getting offended by which Sex and the City
Well, I think
might
it's
be.
insane you think I'm a Charlotte, and I won't be letting this go.
You have to fit it into the closest one.
I still think that's not accurate.
I would rather be Charlotte than Miranda.
Okay.
But I take on Miranda because it is who I am.
I just feel like Charlotte's too waspy to ever be close to the way I am.
Well, you're just looking at certain aspects.
But I'm also not that tight in the world. I'm too sloppy with my everything. You can't be a Charlotte and have ADD. You can't.
I'm just trying to fit it as close as it can get.
We're never going to get past this.
It's hard. There's only 4 of them. One of them is just, her only thing is sluttiness. So we're basically down to 3, unless you're just a rampant slut, which is great.
But you had Smoky Writer, Bookworm, kind of high-strung Bookworm, and Wasp, and you pick Wasp.
But
I'll accept I'm a Monica.
But I'm going by...
Charlotte's nuts.
I'm going... Who's Monica?
Because at Friends, you've always said I'm a Monica.
Oh,
and I
okay.
do accept that.
I'm just going by essence. And in essence, I'm not thinking of her as a wasp.
That's all I can think of her as, because that show's surprisingly one note with its characters.
I wish I was Carrie.
We all wish we were Carrie, but we're both Mirandas.
But Carrie's a pain in the ass, too.
Yeah, she doesn't have her shit together. She's wearing 7 purses. She's got to figure it out.
And she should have gone with Aiden.
She should have gone with Aiden.
That's not true. He's a needy little... He's a goody-goody.
They all suck.
Aiden guy pisses me off. That's the end of the episode.
That's crazy. We have to end somewhere.
Everybody, have a great time. Have a nice night.
Tom,
Bye.
I love you.
I love you, too. Charlotte.
Fucking, I'm out.
Bye.
Internet's turn.